Everyone, bring out your dead.
There are 2 sick in here.
Found 4 dead in here. I bet some careless merchant brought it home. You know how greedy they can be. Probably a diseased half-blood or something.
I grew up here. This is my mother's home. My father built it for her with her own 2 hands. No.
I'm sorry, ma'am. This house belongs to the Green Blight now. There's nothing we can do. Infernia!
No! No!
We've only been here for 2 days, and I've seen more sadness and grief than I have in my entire life. I know. Heartbreaking, isn't it? From the way these people are crying, it feels like we might be the bad guys. But it's only necessary if we're gonna help them. That's what I keep telling myself. Come on. There's some more houses to check. The faster we discover the sick that are left in their homes, the faster we can get them the help they need. Right. That house up there. No one's checked it yet, it seems. Let's go. Hello? Please, if you're alright, come to the window so that we can speak to you. Do not come outside. You may risk getting sick if you aren't already. No answer. Break it down. Hello? Are there any sick in the residence? We are here to escort you to the isolated area so you can get the help that you need. Damn. You find anyone? We're too late. Again. How many? 2. A man and a woman. No child? What? When I was looking around, I found an empty child's room. There's no crib, so the child must be at least a toddler or older. Were they not here? Odd. Hail, soldiers. I am coming into the building. Boys, have we found anything? Inquisitor Bosk! 2 bodies found, male and female. They appear to have been here for about 2 days. There may be a missing child as well, sir. We found an empty room with an open window, but no third body. A lone youngling in this environment. The child is likely long gone by now. There's nothing we can do but pray their divine watches over them. Continue your search. Isn't Leo's temple on this island? If their divine allows something like this to happen, I can't imagine he'd be any more merciful to one child. Leo isn't much better in his legends either. I heard he turned a man into a hideous snake beast just for making a flower. Hence why I serve Rex as a paladin justiciar. That poor kid. I pray to Rex that their end was merciful, swift, and painless. May they now rest in the embrace of the divine. I must steel my nerves if I'm ever going to become a justiciar worthy of the name. Calm yourself, Squire. We still have more houses to check. Yes, Paladin. What are you doing?
Who are you?
I asked you a question first, young one. What exactly are you doing?
I was trying to get some bark off this white willow. My mum used to say I had
Anti-inflammatory properties?
Mm-hmm.
So how did you come across this specific tree?
I followed the river until I got here. These trees usually grow near water and wet banks. My mum said so. She used to take me on foraging trips.
You possess an unusual amount of botanical knowledge for someone your size. Tell me, why do you need a plant for its anti-inflammatory properties?
I have a headache. Water won't make it go away, so I'm not dehydrated.
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 Yes, very good. Now, why aren't your parents with you?
They're dead.
From the plague, I presume?
Mm-hmm. Is that why you're all the way out here? You don't want to get sick?
Reasonable assumption to make. You seem to be adept at drawing conclusions based on information given. Tell me, are you feeling any other symptoms? Nausea? Varicose veins? Blurry verdant coloration of vision?
Yes, but my symptoms aren't like the others. They're different. I don't think I have the same sickness like the others do.
Curious indeed. You're also able to observe others and notice differences in illness, leading you to the conclusion that you may have caught a different sickness. Quite impressive for a mere child. This could be promising. Do you believe if you had access to every known plant in existence, that you could pick out everything you needed to feel better?
Is that a hypothetical?
Oh, you got that one right. No, that wasn't a hypothetical question. But I can see how you'd come to that conclusion. Here, come with me, little mouse. There's an experiment that I want to try. Evelyn, I brought you your medicine. Did you finish your exercises all right?
Yes, sir.
Good. Make sure to record how you feel down. You haven't been experiencing any new symptoms since I've started you on this dose, have you?
Not that I'm aware of.
Ah, good. I know it's been 2 years since that forsaken test you performed on yourself, little mouse. I apologize for my lack of progress in turning you back to your original state.
There's no need to apologize, sir. It was my fault.
Was it really, though?
I don't follow, sir.
Evelyn, you wouldn't have done such a reckless thing if I did not inspire and enable such a destructive behavior. Using your own body to test a theory. Such a desperate attempt to prove yourself. And part of me thinks that, well, in some way, if I hadn't found you all those years ago, maybe you would have died. Or maybe your life would have been better. Of course, your intelligence would have been utterly wasted, you being trained into being a merchant or a common gardener. But I can't help but think what life would have been like for you if I hadn't interfered the way that I did. This is why I should have kept my mouth shut. Hold still, Eve. I need to tend to these sprouts before they engulf you.
I'm sorry.
Do not apologize for anything. Remember your breathing exercises to keep your heart rate down. There. Back to normal. Finish your tea. It'll help you keep your condition under control. It's better if I keep my thoughts to myself from now on. What the hell was that?
I believe it was a knock, sir.
I know what it was. How was there a knock at the door? This cottage is in the middle of Eden, surrounded by miles of untraversed forest, which is enclosed by a wall of toxic bramble thorns. How did anyone...
Hello, Leo. Am I interrupting something?
Oh. Father. Hi.
Sir, is everything all right?
Yes, everything is all right. Good to see you again.
Who is that? She sounds lovely. And concerned for you.
She's, Evelyn is... What am I saying? You probably already know. A student of mine. I'm sorry, what are you doing here?
I wanted to see my son. I want to actually talk to you now that all of the scolding is out of the way. You've certainly changed. Well, not by much, but it still counts.
Forgive me for my bitterness, but I'm still not over the fact you thought leaving was the best way to educate us. I fail to see the logic in that decision.
For my smartest son, you still cannot read between the lines and facts. You only see the surface of a fruit but never consider what is inside. Being a father is complicated, isn't it?
I don't see how that has anything to do with...
You can devote all your time to teaching them, giving them what they need, making them happy. But part of being a father is knowing when you've done enough and you need to let go. I did all I could for my children. I raised you for hundreds of years. But as long as you relied on me and my presence to fix every error, I knew that you would never truly finish growing up. To put it in terms you'd understand, I knew that in order for you seven to truly know what it means to exist, I needed to remove myself and allow you to define yourself without me. Bad and good. So that we can fix the bad and embrace the good. You never knew consequence, Leo.
I see.
If you thought it unfair, then please, forgive me, my son. Do you still not like hugs, or has that changed as well?
I can tolerate one hug.
You cannot go now. Okay then. Now, on to your adopted child.
Evelyn is not my child. She's merely my student.
Oh, really? What's her favorite color?
Emerald green, but I don't see how that has anything to do with...
What is my favorite color?
How could I know that information?
Because, whether intentional or not, you have given this girl a home when hers was lost, cared for her when she had no one else, and now you worry for her health and safety when it's in jeopardy. The Leo I left would have sooner seen his own creations burn than take care of a lost child. That's what's changed about you.
I failed to see...
You really have grown. I have never known you to care so much for an experiment before. It's unlike you to tamper with something like this. I seem to remember a young child who made an entire race of beings and then wanted to put them out of their misery. But I insisted that they stay and live out their lives. Now here you are, with what you would have deemed a botched experiment and all. And you're treating her as if she has so much left to live for.
You're reading too far into this.
Such an emotional reaction to have for something that means so little to you, huh?
Why must you patronize me like this?
Sir, may I come out now? Are you still busy?
Yes, Evelyn, you may. Come and meet, God.
Hello. Nice to meet you, sir.
A handshake. She even acts like you, Leo.
Evelyn, this is my father. Why he has come here today, I am unsure, other than he wants to visit family.
I've been gone for some time, dear Evelyn, but some things desperately needed my attention. However, while I am going around and making sure that, well, judgment is served justly, I may as well stop by and meet new family members.
Family?
Good grief.
What's the matter?
Evelyn has a condition.
A couple of years ago, she took it upon herself to perform some experiments in order to impress me. She wanted to make her own version of my brackish, or what they call half-bloods, but with plants. She called them bramble-bloods. But without another human subject, she used herself as the subject. It was beyond foolish, and I could have lost... Well, I did what I could to save her, but it was hard unscrambling her notes to reverse engineer the process. She had used both mankind's glyphcraft and divinity to aid in the experiment, so it was incredibly difficult for me to fix her. Ever since then, her body has changed significantly. She's only been able to walk without the assistance of a cane for a month now, and even then it's not very far. One of the most invasive symptoms is, well, she tends to freeze up from time to time. I believe it's akin to a seizure almost. As well, if she feels intense emotions, the leftover botanical genes reactivate and start to take over her.
Oh, my dear, I am very sorry to hear that.
It's all right. Leo and I are working to find ways to help me live more comfortably.
I see. That is very good news. Have you had any luck so far?
Sadly, very little. No amount of substance or surgery has helped cure her. The best we can do is learn how to coexist with it.
May I suggest something?
Go on.
Leo, I am very aware that you are extremely capable of finding any solution you set out to find. Trial and error seems to be your preferred method. But when all the traditional ways of physical medicine do not work, perhaps it's time to try something you consider unconventional. A softer science, if you will.
Psychology.
Oh, that's the science you told me to skip, because it's a study created just to justify human failure and excuse poor behavior.
I have no care for how the mortal brain works or how it processes experiences and produces emotions. Such things never furthered any goals of mine up to now.
Oh, Leo, I couldn't teach you everything.
I won't let you take her from my side. I need to fix this myself.
Oh, no. Don't worry. You won't have to leave her at all. I'm simply suggesting that you let someone else teach her for a change. Let someone who understands human emotion better teach her how to experience and handle hers. Let her go off and learn through experience. Leo, there's a place where she can go to learn safely with hundreds of others just like her. It's something I've been working on while I've been gone. She can learn anything that you cannot teach her there, and you can visit her every day to see how much she's grown. What do you say?
Admittedly, it's a sound strategy, but I don't trust anyone else's intelligence other than my own. However, it's not my decision to make. Evelyn, what do you think?
Go? Somewhere else? Like, go to the outside world?
Outside world? Oh, Leo.
Yes, the outside world. Does that sound like something you'd want?
I'm not sure. I'll have to think about it.
My, she really is like your own kid. And speaking of your own kid, that's a conversation we need to have in private. Don't think I don't know about your young Pierce. Even when I was gone, I was never truly away.